What is going on, Duff Daddies and Duff Mamas? It is Thursday, May 20th, and welcome back to an all new episode of the Duffin Up podcast. We are straight off of Mike's bachelor party weekend, which we will get into later. But as always, I am joined by my co-host, Michael Adams. Michael, how are you doing this fine evening?
Very good. Very good. Just coming off a nice family dinner. Had a great weekend, 63 holes of golf with the best of friends. And I'm excited to talk golf. I did not even realize it was PGA week, PGA Championship week. Brian O'Reilly, Timmy's brother, texted me and my brother and Timmy, we got to get a lineup in one of our little backdoor non-committal fantasy year-long leagues. So I was coming out of Sunday. I was obviously a little run down, but I think we all were, and we had a hell of a time. And now we get some really exciting golf, and it really looks exciting with the course and the players, obviously, and the weather looks to be good. And I don't know, it's warm up in New England. I'm just going on a little rant here. I'm excited to be here, Brendan and Timmy. I'm really excited. What a time we had this past weekend, and love both of you guys. And
Thanks, man.
Looking forward
to
riding out PGA Championship week.
Oh, man, I am so excited for that. I am very excited to get into everything later. But, of course, we have to introduce the originator of the golfer pole, the Irish Chooch, the one, the only, Timmy O'Reilly. Timmy, how are you doing tonight, kind sir?
It is coming off. We're coming off a big golf weekend. Can't wait to break that down a little bit. And bogeys for the boys. But boys, oh boy, rule and topic numero uno is it is a major championship week. We are a golf podcast. It is a major championship week. I can't wait to get into this. So let's do it. Let's do it real quick.
That's right. We are a golf podcast, a golf lifestyle podcast, all of the above. You want to talk about any? You want to talk about how beautiful the Southern Tide shirt looks on me right now? You want to talk about Timmy O'Reilly's gorgeous hair, which he cut for no reason? No, I'm kidding. Looks amazing. Gorgeous. Look at that flow right now. Look at the front. It's amazing. Oh, you want to talk about Mike's chipping ability, which is pretty good? You know, we can do that too. But let's get right into the main event.
Questionable. Weekend I got worse as we'll get into it, but
I think everyone got worse as we got into it, though. But what an amazing event that we have this week. It is PGA Championship week. It is close to my home away from home in Hilton Head, South Carolina, 2 hours north, Kiawah Island, the Ocean Course, an unbelievable venue for this. First time it has been played at the Ocean Course since 2012. And we all know that in 2012, Rory did take it home, but it was an absolute massacre on the course itself. It was annihilation. Boy, Timmy O'Reilly, Michael Adams, let's hear your thoughts, not just about that 2012 event, because, you know, we were a little bit younger at the time and we may not remember it as much, but the Ocean Course itself and how this is going to play this week.
Golf course guy speaking, my God, when you go, I'm going through the holes and everything of the Kiawah, of the Ocean Course on the Grint. I just do a GPS flyover and my mouth is dropping every time I see, you know, not only the length, I think it's 7,800 yards this week, but trying to factor in the fact that it's right on the water. So there's going to be wind sweeping right off the coast. And to see the amount of water and cliffs and everything like that. I mean, there's dunes, there's bunkers, there's water. I mean, absolutely tremendous venue. When you look at all these flyovers, I'm like, this course exists. You can play it. It's a destination course. I want to go there. I want to play, and maybe not from 7,800 yards. I mean, who knows? But oh man, I can't wait to watch this tournament. Just to see the immaculate holes and the layout of it. I mean, this is something out of like a video game. I mean, just to see all these dunes and like how they fit these holes into the into the topography of the land. I mean, I don't know whoever the architecture is. I did not find that out, but
Pete
whoever
Dye.
that guy is, like,
Pete
well,
Dye. Yeah, Pete Dye.
was
Oh
it Pete
boy,
Dye?
a Pete Dye course, RIP. Oh my
Yeah.
God, all of them are going to die. Every single one of them out there. That is going to be a brutal course for them to play.
Him and his wife, Pete Dye and his wife, I believe, both structured it. I don't even know, but I believe I heard someone saying that they had to raise like the fairways 6 feet. Like, how do you raise, like, due to just the sight lines and I don't know, Timmy, that was perfect. No trees really, like no trees out there. Like, so every shot is gonna, obviously if it goes in the water, see you later, drop one, add one, and then no, but no trees. So if you're in land, you're good. And I don't know, they're saying it's long, but it's not necessarily like where you just got to go for it. Like, you got to play smart. So it's not like the experts aren't leaning towards like heavy hitters. I think really everybody in the field has a shot this week. And it's exciting that Rory came off a win last week. So obviously he's a popular play, and you got Jordan Spieth going for his grand slam, and you got so many other guys. I think I might take a Tony Finau this week, just a guy who hasn't won one yet, but I don't know. I'm pulling there.
That does go against your entire idea about Bombers not winning this week, though.
Right.
Oh, we got him.
But no, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's open to anybody. I mean, I would not be surprised if Bryson won it. I would not be surprised if Bryson got cut. Like, it's just it's not going to come down to who can hit it the furthest. I don't think. I think it's just going to come down to a little mental play and being able to chip and hit some good irons.
Because as I'm walking through this course, there are some like 400 and some high 400-yard par fours that are going to be for the Bombers, but there are some gettable holes for those people who can't. As you know, there's some 395, some 370-yard par fours. So if those non-long hitters can get birdies on those holes and then go to the long par fours and sneak away with a par and move on, I mean, they're not out of the question for a W. So it's anyone's ball game, and I am very, very anxious to see who's going to win this thing.
I completely agree. Some things I do think that will happen. I'm hoping Rory plays well, obviously. I do like Rory. Bryson, long course, I do agree. One thing that we have noticed, Bryson plus weather, not a good combination. This is a weather course. So the weather might be nice, but that wind is going to be swirling like it's going to be a British Open wind right there. It is going to be nuts. I don't know if Bryson can play it because he hits the ball so high too. Like, Bryson has a 5-degree driver and hits it a bazillion times higher than most of the other guys on tour too. So I do think I think this is one of the courses that he could struggle at. But then, like, as I'm saying that, I said the same thing about Winged Foot, and like, look what he did at Winged Foot. You know what I mean? So there's just a lot going on. I do think it's going to be one of these events where, I mean, their 14th hole is a 238 par 3, followed up 15 and 16 are both 15's 465 par 4. Like, this course is absolutely insane for how long it's going to play. There is one par 3 under 200 yards.
That the 17th?
That is the 8th hole at 198.
Oh, a cool 198.
Oh yeah.
The 17th is supposed to be a brutal hole. I looked at that hole online. Oh my goodness. Go look at that.
Which one?
The 17th at Kiawah, yeah. It's just water all right, like nothing left. It's
221 yards. I'm looking at it right now.
Scott Van Pelt was on like the No Laying Up podcast talking about it, and they were just like, eventually that becomes the 71st hole. So it's like, okay, like if we have a close match going into that hole, let's go.
The 18th hole is a 505-yard par 4.
All these guys can hit it far, and if they can ride the wind, though, like if they can ride the wind, I don't know. I I don't know. I don't think the score is going to be like at 15 under. I think it's going to be probably more closer to par. Maybe, I don't know. People say are 10 under. I'm just hoping for closer to par. But then again, does that favor the long hitters?
I don't think this is going to be closer to. So Rory won in 2012. He shot 13 under, but he also won by 8 strokes. So the second place finisher was 5 under. Like, I think this is going to play like a crazy. I think this is going to play like a U.S. Open course. Like, I do think it's going to be that high.
Yeah.
The cut in 2012 was 6 over. I could see that being the same again. I mean, the Masters cut was what this year? You know, the Masters cut was 3 over, I think, and that's usually, you know, not that much. But yeah, I just don't see some of these guys being able to hold on at +6. I think that's going to be at least the cut. It could even go to like 7 over. I don't see Rory. I don't see another repeat of Rory going out there and winning by 8 strokes. I think this is going to be closer, and I think it's going to be a slog, like an absolute slog.
They are talking about the weather being nice, which would be obviously favorable to lower scores.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
If the wind isn't swirling.
I think they're saying the weather's going to be nice, but I do think I don't think it's going to be stormy, but down on the coast down there, even if it's a beautiful day, no matter what, the winds are crazy. Like, even playing in Hilton Head, which is a little bit more protected than even Kiawah, like, the wind is nuts.
No. So Mike, you said, I like what you were saying about the 17th hole and how it's brutal. I mean, the 71st hole. Let me set up the last 3 holes of this golf course for the listeners as to if you're up by 3 strokes and you still have 3 holes to play on these last 3 holes,
I think
you're not out of it.
I think 15, you could probably add in the last 4. I think people are saying 15 is like no joke either.
Okay. All right. So I'm looking at it right now. I got the GPS flyer. We got the 15th hole is a par 4, 444 yards. You have the beach down a cliff on your right, the entire length of the hole. You have a bunker that's is entire length of the hole down the left side. You have water in the back of this skinny little green. That's the 15th hole. And you have to land on the fairway. There's no rough on either side, fairway or bust. Hole 16, a 603-yard par 5. And that is just beach all on the right side. You got water on the left for the drive. You have to carry that, and it's 300 yards to carry that water. If you want to go in more of a straight line, the green is a skinny little isthmus that is on the left side. It's like a cliff down the hill to a big bunker. Then you go to the 17th hole, which is that 221-yard par 3 with there's a drink on the right, and then there's bunkers if you want to lay out. If you want to bail out on the left side, there's 2 bunkers. And then on the 18th hole, like Brendan said, is a 501-yard par 4. 501-yard par 4. The 18th hole, I mean, there's beach on the right. There is bunkers downhill on the left. I mean, Christmas, good luck. I mean, if you're up by 1 stroke, you have to play some serious conservative golf. Maybe get out of there with par and just accept the fact that you had the lead early and you can make par on these last 4 holes.
Yeah, if you're on the fence of like, golf, no fun, not entertaining. If you're not doing anything Saturday and Sunday, throw this shit on. Like, throw this on. You're going to enjoy it. Kick back, relax, enjoy just great camera work, sunshine, beach, guys trying to putt a little white ball into a hole that is, I don't know the dimensions, sorry. But it's a small hole, and they just get pushed to the absolute limit with these course designs and setups. And this is one where, again, they go around and torture golf courses, but this is going to be fun to see if they can get it.
I think this one might go, if it's a 12-round knockout, this one might go to the course, because I rarely root for the course. I root for the course only usually in the U.S. Open. And if like if there's one tournament that is outrageously low scoring, which was last week at Byron Nelson, which we'll get into later. But if there's an outrageously low scoring tournament, the next week I want that high score. I want like it to be nuts how hard it is. So I think that this is going to be probably one of their biggest challenges, if not the biggest challenge on tour this year.
Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. ESPN Plus. If you got it, it's on ESPN. It's on ESPN forever. I think.
Oh yeah, because Torrey Pine. I mean, for the U.S. Open this year, Torrey Pines like they're gonna make it pretty hard. But like Torrey Pines is usually a lower scoring event when they have it there. So I just don't see. I just think that this is going to be a brutal. I think this is going to be brutal. I'm looking forward to it.
Brendan, is Jim Nance? He's going to be doing it on ESPN, right? His voice is going to be coming through ESPN. I believe.
Is he? Is he? Let's look it up. I believe so.
I think CBS and ESPN are doing something. I'm not positive, but
boy, I hope so because
hello, friends.
Maybe not, but Scott Van Pelt's voice is going to be there. He's fun to listen to. He's always got some hot takes. I didn't realize he was such a vulgar. He doesn't care what comes out of his mouth unless he's on ESPN.
Oh, he gives no fucks. Like no fucks.
No. Zero.
So I'm actually okay. Let's see CBS Sports. I mean, Scott Van Pelt does a very good. He did a really good job last year as the play-by-play guy. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I like hearing his name with golf, and that's how he got into. I think the industry is through. I think it might have been NBC Golf or ESPN Golf, whatever. What channel 848 and where I'm from.
Yeah, I think it was. Maybe not. I don't know about the golf channel. I know for his ESPN stuff, he got in because, it was Tiger Woods, I think, right? Like how he was like friendly with Tiger, or not just friendly with Tiger Woods, but everything like that. So, but yeah, so I do hope that Jim Nance is on there. I just miss looking it up right now, so I wish I
got it right.
did. You got it?
Yeah. So CBS has the coverage Saturday and Sunday.
That makes sense.
So they have like the final groups coverage, prime TV coverage from 1 to 7 p.m. on CBS.
And it's on ESPN Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, and earlier on Saturday and Sunday.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so they're probably that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that. They did the same thing last year at Harding Park, I think, right?
I think you're right. I do think you're right.
I'm looking for it. It's gonna be a lot of golf. I'm pumped about it.
You guys like TNT production for golf? You just quick.
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like Fox that much. I mean, Ernie Johnson's good. Like I liked Ernie Johnson on there.
I did like have Jackson on there too.
Yeah, but I mean, Fox coverage was horrible when it was Joe Buck and Greg Norman. That was horrendous, like awful. So, I mean, you can't get any. And it's not Joe Buck's fault. He's a base. He's a seam head. It's not his fault. Like he's just not. Him and Greg Norman were just not good at golf.
I'm not a big Tirico guy in golf. I'm not a big Tirico fan.
Yeah, he's not a golf guy. He doesn't ring golf for me.
He rings Notre Dame football to me. Like there's Thursday night football and Notre Dame football. Like I feel, and the Olympics. I feel like that's like Mike Tirico's like sweet spot.
Yeah, him and Costa. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, who knows? Maybe he gets a little bit better at golf. Like he could. He started calling hockey games this year for Christ's sakes, and he was pretty decent at that. I was cool with it. I was like, hey, look at you, Mike Tirico. You go. But yeah, so I'm looking forward. I think that'll be a really good, nice little like in between. You know what I mean? So like, it's not just all the CBS guys. It's not just all the ESPN guys. You get like that wide range of variety. So I feel like that's really cool. But
we're not having Stephen A. Smith do it or something.
Stephen A. would be great. He would be great.
I liked that putt. However,
I would love
he's just so emotional and animated. He would be great in golf. That's a good take, Tim.
Him and Max Kellerman in the booth together. Oh Jesus!
Classic.
Bring back Skip. That's all I want.
No, get Skip out of here.
Oh my God, Stephen A. and Skip together would be the most
Skip's the
glorious thing in the world. Kellerman stinks, and you know it. That's right, Max Kellerman. If you listen to this podcast, you stink.
He's better than Skip.
Disagree there. Off the rails already. Gotta love it. Kind of going into what I think is the best part about this tournament too is, or not the best part, because this is the only one of the 4 majors where amateurs are not invited to play in it. But instead of the amateurs being invited to play in it, PGA professionals have access to qualify to the tournament. So PGA professional is like at your local club. He's the head pro in there. He gives golf lessons. Like he runs the shop. You know, he went to school to become a PGA pro. Like it's pretty decent. It's a pretty hard industry to get into. And, you know, there's guys like Rick Shields is a PGA professional. Like he's not a tour pro. A bunch of different, you know, these are a lot of guys who are very like trying to teach you how to play better golf. Like they're very oriented on that side. So there are 312 PGA professionals who can qualify for the qualifying events, and 20 players make it into the tournament. I think that's a really cool thing. Like, you know, you could have your local PGA professional from down the road somehow make it and qualify. And, you know, a decent amount of them make the cut every year. I think it's at least like 2 or 3 guys usually make the cut. So, I mean, like you're not just in line for like whatever the money is from the PGA professional side, which I think is like, I mean, it's not great, but like, you know, if you make the cut there, you get a PGA Tour check. Like, and at a major event, like you get a big boy check. So I think that is one of the coolest things about the event, and it definitely opens up the game to a lot more people who would probably have no shot being able to make it into the event otherwise.
And these PGA professionals, obviously, like you said, are they grind because they are trying to set up that golf course. They're showing up 5, 6, 7 days a week at your local golf course, and they are opening it up. They are making sure your pro shop is filled with, you know, balls and tees, and they are setting up tournaments. These guys are getting paid to play golf, but boy, they are hard workers, that's for sure. And I learned that at, you know, my dad's country club where he goes, and it's not an easy job, and
not a glamorous life at all.
No, it's not. It's not a PGA Tour pro, that's for sure. But, so yeah, you're right. It is a good thing, and it's a feel good kind of thing. Good call, Brendan. You know, and for those 20 guys, I mean, hell yeah, that's their Super Bowl, and you know, it's something to look forward to after a year long of grinding, and you know, just making sure their club is happy, and they run a good program over there, and so this is a little like I said, their Super Bowl, and so good for them.
Gotta root for guys like that. Just gotta root for those guys.
Have to.
Well, there is one guy who we don't have to root for, and his name is Omar Uresti. Omar Uresti was a PGA pro, was a PGA Tour pro in the 90s and early to mid to late 2000s, in the 90s and 2000s. And he was a grinder on tour. Like I kind of say like he's probably, I mean, now they make oodles of money on tour, but he'd be like the equivalent to like a Peter Uihlein, if you guys know it, like the local, or a Richie Wierenski, like guy who's kind of up there, plays well, but like never broke through, never had a win, you know, kind of just there, and had a decent career. So he turned like 40 years old. He lost all of his status. And he was like talking to one of his PGA professional buddies, and he applied for this thing called like a PGA professional life membership. So that got him into the PGA professional grouping, so he could qualify for these PGA professionals events. So he never qualified for the PGA Championship during his touring pro career, and he has qualified for it 5 times since he became a PGA professional.
Hey, he beat 312 people last year. I mean, he beat a bunch of people, and maybe what you're saying about him getting into it is a little off. I don't know. Is it?
Yes, it's bad. Like, it's very bad, Michael. It's
Why? He's using his. I mean, what? Just because he doesn't, like Timmy said, and like Timmy said, these guys go to the course every day. Like, if they win this, obviously,
he does not have a club. Like, he does not run a club.
Some of them practice more than others. Some of them are obviously maybe trying to win this, and others are trying to run a hell of a club. And whatever. Gotta love how they get the chance to come out here and play. Uresti maybe gets in a little backdoor action, but he's going out and he's beating 312 people. And hey, maybe he comes out here fifth time. Good for him. I'm trying to play in as many of these as I can if I can.
I'm so against this right now. He does not have.
Are there any other? How many other people do that? Just him?
None. Just him. He did a loophole. He literally did a loophole. He found a loophole and he's been using it to his advantage. There have been stories about this like crazy over the years. Like, he does not work as like a PGA professional at a club. So that's a huge thing. And that's what really pisses it. Like, if he was like a teaching instructor now or something like that, like, people probably wouldn't be as mad. He's not a PGA professional. He still plays in PGA Tour and PGA Champions Tour events during the year. Like, the dude, he's cheating. Like, he literally is cheating. He's getting in the back door. Like what you said, Mike, he found a loophole. I get it. I guess I can't really call it cheating, but like, there is the law and there is the spirit of the law, and he's following the law.
He's not the only. There's so many other people that you probably like and appreciate that do the same.
The spirit of the law is broken. And the spirit of the law is huge in golf. That's all that really matters. And I just can't. I can't support it. I cannot sit here and support it. I will not support it. He took away an opportunity from another PGA professional who teaches kids and works in the golf shop.
Beat
him.
Beat him.
All right. So for those of you listening who are like, who the hell is this Omar Uresti? You've actually seen him in a video more times than you can ever imagine. You have seen him in a video. You didn't know you were looking at him, but in TPC Scottsdale, Tiger Woods, when he's a youngin', he hits that hole in one. Tiger Woods goes and gives a huge high five to his caddy. Next, he goes to Omar Uresti and misses a high five with him. And then he walks down the course doing
They missed? They missed?
They missed.
They did, like, on purpose, like a whiff, like Tiger.
No. Like Tiger's just so excited, he's just going. Rah, rah, rah. And then, but I listened to an interview on Omar, and he said he tried to. So I don't know how much this is true, but he said he tried to miss because Tiger was so pumped up that he was like, I don't want Tiger to break my wrist. But you have seen this guy Omar. He was in the same grouping when Tiger hit that hole in one on the 16th hole at TPC Saga, or 17th hole.
He's a tour pro. He is a tour pro. He is not a PGA professional. This would be like if Doc Redman or someone like that decided to get off the PGA Tour and just be like, you know what? I'm going to go play PGA professional stuff now. It's like, no, that doesn't count. You can't do it. You can't. End of rant.
I'm kind of indifferent with this one. I'm like, whatever. Because I can't say, I don't know. I don't know if I would. I mean, he has no shame. And so he probably has a bunch of people looking at him like you're looking at him, Brendan, saying like, oh, this guy.
He probably loves me because he probably feeds off like that hatred where he's like, yeah, you're goddamn right. I found this back way in and there's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly. No shame. I want to look for any way to get into that PGA Championship.
I really thought at least Tim was going to be on my side on this one.
I know. I know. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying I disagree with you but he just has no shame. So I don't know. I'm indifferent with this one just because
Uresti's young in that video. And
yeah, he's in his 30s.
Timmy, I just watched it, and they like miss twice, and then they finally connect.
Yeah. Third time's a charm. Oh,
He's in like his mid to late 20s. He was on tour. He was a PGA touring pro. He found a loophole and he's doing it. He never qualified. That's the biggest thing too, is that I think that pisses me off the most. Never qualified for the PGA Championship as a tour pro. And now that you did like this backdoor little loophole thing, you've qualified 5 times. 5 times? Are you kidding me?
Wow, that's amazing. That is
It's not amazing.
Yo, Timmy, in that video, Tiger, when he stuck that hole in one on 17,
Yep.
your Rusty put it to a foot.
Yeah, right behind the pin. Imagine that.
You put it to a foot.
Leave it to Tiger to outdo that.
Tiger's like, yeah, you're not that good, dude. Like, I'm gonna put this in.
Right down the cup. Right in the. I mean, they're gonna go nuts when he hits this one. Oh, it went in. Oh, I hear that.
That's just so typical Tiger. Like, Uresti goes first, puts it to a foot. Like, obviously Tiger's like, I need to bring this guy back to earth real quick. Like,
he's a PGA professional. He's not even a tour.
That is a crazy stat though, Brendan. I didn't realize it was 5 times that Uresti got in by this little backdoor slide.
Yeah, and he never qualified. I will give him some things. Like, he played in the U.S. Open 6 times. You know what I mean? So like, he played in that 6 times. I think he played in the British Open once. He never made the Masters, and he can't make the Masters now. Good.
Why?
Because I think he's out of the age to like where he could get in, and because he's now a PGA professional and technically not a tour pro, like, he could never qualify for it.
So what about like the pros who are technically pros once in their life, and then they kind of drop their pro status or drop
amateur? That's the Matt Parziale route. But Matt Parziale can't go. He's an amateur. Like, he's a straight amateur now. So he cannot be like a PGA professional unless he went back to school and did the PGA professional school.
But could he go and could he qualify for the U.S. Open through an?
Yeah, he's done it. Yeah, he's the mid. He's done it a couple times. He's been the U.S. mid amateur. He played in the Masters. He's played in the U.S. Open a couple times, but you don't get paid.
Yeah,
like he made the cut and he made 0. You know what I mean? Like, he made the cut at, I think it was the Masters. He made the cut one year. I think at the U.S. Open he made the cut one year too. But he made, like, that's a $50,000 payday for literally last place, and you make 0 money. Like, that's kind of a trade-off right there too. So, you know what I mean? But he would have never had the opportunity to play in the U.S. Open or the Masters if he wasn't an amateur, most likely. In fact, he never did, because he was a tour pro, and he, bad no disrespect to you, but like, he was not a good tour pro at all.
Hey, if you're gonna do that, at least like pull a tin cup, a Roy McAvoy, and just own some cringy driving range. Teach
the kids. Just teach the kids.
No, you don't even have to teach the kids. You can just go to work every day, hit balls, get better, and at least own it. If he's the only one, Brendan, I think I'm back on that train. That's a little. Who's second in that last year's tournament? He should be in this.
I'm disappointed in you both. Tim, I think I'm more disappointed in you than I am in Mike.
I just said I was on your side. I mean, what more can I do to say that?
I know, but it took me too long. It took me too long to win you over.
Yeah.
The 5 times thing is the only thing that is like, all right, we relax, Mr. Omar. Like,
I think it would have been okay if it was like 1 or 2, one time, like the first time he did it, I think people were like, oh, this is an interesting story. And I'm sure the PGA professionals were still like, screw this guy. Like, this is a joke. Like, he's a tour pro. Second time he did it, people were probably like, all right, like, let's stop doing this. Like, 3rd, 4th, and now the 5th time, like, there was buzz, like, and when he was doing it, where people were like, this should not be allowed. This needs to stop. Like, seriously, PGA needs to do something. Mm-hmm. And I was one of those people who was saying it. If you follow Duffin up on
Twitter. How's that stock doing? All stocks downhill. On to the next one. Uresti's taking up too much time. He doesn't deserve all this banter. That's just. I was uneducated, Brendan. I mean, you informed me, and I made a better decision than I did coming in. I just read that he beat 312 people last year in the freaking 2019 it was 2020 PGA Championship. Out of the
Wrong.
club professionals, beat 312.
Oh man. No, so yeah, USC's taking too much of our time. We're never going to talk about him again until next year when he does the same exact freaking
We'll
nonsense.
talk about him next week when he either does well or doesn't.
Oh, if he shoots like 30 over, I'm going to dance on his goddamn grave. I'm so excited. But as with every big tournament, as with pretty much every tournament we do talk about, we do have our daily fantasy picks. These daily fantasy picks are brought to you by no one, because no one has sponsored us yet. If you do a daily fantasy company and you want to sponsor us, please let us know and we will only play you from now on.
Shout out to Flex Seal. Come on, Flex Seal. We need a sponsor.
Oh, my buddy told me, shit, I got to look this up. My buddy Max, who I went to Springfield College with, told me that there's a golfer in the PGA Tour that's sponsored by Flex Seal.
Stop.
I'm not surprised.
It's Sebastian Munoz.
Oh my God, Sebastian Munoz too. I love Sebastian Munoz. Oh, he's awesome. That's hilarious. He's got a yes, because he's got that big ass Flex Seal thing right on there. Oh my God.
He listens. My buddy Max listens, and he's like, he sent me a picture of that. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Oh, you gotta hook him and Josh up.
I sawed my boat in half. All time. Oh my God. Well, sorry, that was Flex Tape. Sorry, I don't know what Flex. I know Flex Seal. He saw something in half too, but we'll figure it out. But anyways, daily fantasy. We have done interviews the last 2 weeks, which shout out to Zach and shout out to Josh. Amazing interviews. We've not done a daily fantasy in a while, so
it's been good to be away.
It has been. It's been great to do interviews, and we very much enjoy them, and we'll continue to do them in the future. But I forget who went first last time. Oh, does anyone want to start and take a stab?
I'll stab at it.
Okay.
I'll start with my top dog. I mean, Rory McIlroy, just number one in
$1,500.
Yeah,
Michael.
He's taking up a lot of room, but I'm going with him, and I want him to do well. Let's go next in line here. Little dark horse maybe, but I'm rooting for him. Tony Finau, talked about him a little bit with you guys.
Where he be now? Tony Finau.
I just think he's a birdie machine, and he does hit it long, which helps out here. And yeah, I mean, he obviously hasn't won a big one. He won the Puerto Rico Open, Brendan?
That's it. That's it.
So
he won that like 6 years ago too.
Yeah, that doesn't really count. So he knows that, and I hope he overcomes any demons. But
we apologize to the entire Commonwealth of Puerto Rico for Mike's outlandish comments that the Puerto Rico Open doesn't count. How dare you, sir?
Well, to him, he's looking for bigger and better. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100% for sure.
But yeah. So go Tony. I like following you, and I believe it's your son on Instagram hitting golf balls around. Next in line, Corey Connors. Is it Corey?
Mm-hmm.
Corey Connors. I don't know. I've been listening to some other podcasts, and he's coming up with some good figures, some good data, stats, whatever. So we'll go there, and Sam Burns, right? Sam Burns.
Mm-hmm. That's a pick. That is a pick right there.
Yeah, he's been playing great lately.
He's T4 first, second in his last 3 starts. Or sorry, T4 39 second. T4 39 first, second in his last like 4 starts.
Just killing it. Just doing some good things. He's young, right? I mean, he's
very young, 24. Mm-hmm.
Young gun, not someone I'm rooting for. Like, I don't want to see Sam Burns win. Like, go finish second. Like, that's fine. Give me a bigger name at first. I just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go Matt Wallace. He's a
good pick.
He's I know he's from Europe, but is he a
UK guy?
UK guy.
Mm-hmm.
Good golfer, and
He's been playing really well. He's been playing really well this year.
Yeah, I listened to the McKellar Golf podcast, and I think it's Chubby Chandler. You probably know that name, Brendan. I
A
don't
little
know.
bit, yeah.
He's been around golf. He gets inside the ropes. He's been, I don't know, agents or golf swing coaches for a lot of these guys, and he was talking highly on him, thinking that he could be a week he goes out and plays well. And then Keegan Bradley, another
Good pick.
another guy who's 7,300 on the DF site that we use, daily fantasy site that we use. And
Almost slipped up right there.
no. I made it clear. That's daily fantasy. Keegan Bradley. So I like the lineup. I made it last minute, and we're in here.
Mike, you're gonna like your pick even more. Keegan Bradley. Not only is he playing pretty hot right now, he finished T3 when this was played at Kiawah in 2012. You're gonna like that one even better.
Nice.
Played really well. Played like I mean, Rory stole the show that week, obviously, but man, he was good. Tim, you want to go or do you want me to go?
Take it away.
Perfect. So I have 2 lineups, as I always do for majors, but I know. But I am going to give you the original 100% lineup that I picked to start, and it is all just like Team Brendan's guys. This is my guys lineup. I love doing the majors because I can get them all in. I am so excited for this.
I hope one name comes up.
So
there's gonna be a few that I'm gonna love. All right, sorry for interrupting. Keep going.
No problem. First guy. I can't do the first guy first. Sorry, because he's not the most expensive. First guy, $9,800. Colin Morikawa, reigning PGA champ, plays well in weather. Harding Park, bad weather, played well in it, did a good job. I really like him. I mean, he's a superstar. He's already a superstar. He's won 2 or 3 times on tour already. I could see him having a great week. He's one of those guys that is huge ball striking, and this is going to be a ball like. Rory didn't win because of his drives last time. Rory won because of his excellent ball striking. And I think that's what's going to be big in this course this week. Second up, $9,600. Xander Schauffele has finished in the top 10 of every major tournament since 2019. This guy is it. I love Xander. Team Adidas right here. Team Adidas. We're going for it, Xander. We got this.
Good pick.
My next guy, $7,900. Another favorite, Abraham Answer. Dude's a monster. I love him. Absolutely love him. Oh, I'm excited for Big Abe to get out there. Well, he's not Big Abe. He's Little Abe. But I'm excited for Abe to get out there. Crush it. He's been doing great this year, and I'm pumped for him. 4th member of the team at 7,800. I don't know how he is this low, but Joaquin Niemann, 15 for 15 on cuts this year. Amazing story. Amazing story. So excited for him. I think he's going to do it again. I think he's going to make the cut. Who knows? Maybe he may make a top 10, just kind of get up in there. We'll see. Who knows?
This is a great lineup.
$7,600. Corey Connors went with Mikey's boy, who happens to also be my boy because I usually take him in the bigger tournaments when he's cheaper. 16 for 19 on cuts this year, 7 top 10s. 7. Dude's a monster.
Wow.
And finally, at $7,300, the train keeps going. All aboard the Charlie Hoffman train. Chugga, 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 chugga. Charlie Hoffman, $7,300. You are in. I am so excited. That made my pick right there. That was the first dude I found in DraftKings and put him right up there. All aboard the Charlie Hoffman train. Chip, chip. Let's go.
Wow, that was legendary. These guys are going to go out and play so well for you. That was so well put together. And that's a dynamite lineup. I'm thinking to myself, no wonder why I don't win. Like, every lineup sounds freaking good. Like, obviously I'd strip myself with Rory, right? Because I'm thinking like all those guys you just rattled off are great. I mean, just dynamite golfers, and you just rounded out a great lineup.
The biggest thing is in the majors, you get these guys that fall like Abraham Answer would never be 7,900 during a regular week. He would be over 9K. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because everyone, Rory's at 11, Sanjay M, I think, is at like 9,500. All these guys are kind of up there. It just falls right down. And I mean, getting Corey Connors the way he's playing this year at 7,600 and getting Joaquin Neiman the way he's playing this year at 7,800, I'm just like, yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah. Timmy.
Anyways, Timbo,
That's
up to you. Let's go.
Brendan, I fully expected you to pick Charlie Hoffman, but I expected to see Lonto Griffin in your lineup.
No, I wish, but he's not been there in the majors. He just hasn't. That would have been like a $6,200 pick, and then I could have picked Rory.
Oh, true. Well, I love that Charlie's still in your lineup.
Charlie's in the lineup until he gets cut.
Both of your guys' lineup are real good. Real good. I like the
No Willie, Brendan, too. No Zalatoris.
No Willie. No, Willie was expensive.
I'm spoiled. We're Timmy, you take it away.
All right. So my game has always been, let's just do some small ball, 70, like the little guys, no one big, but boy, oh boy, did I change that up this week. I got for 1,100 or 11,500, I have Mr. Rory McIlroy coming off a big victory. PGA Championship, he won with 8 strokes on this very course in 2012. Rory McIlroy, number 1 guy. Number 2 guy, Jordan Spieth, going for that major.
Oh my God. You're about to end up in the poorhouse.
Powerhouse.
Dynamite top 2. They talk about the big 3 in the NBA. You don't need big 3 with those 2.
No. Number 3, my guy, he is a birdie machine. One of the hottest players, he missed 1 cut. His 2 top 10s, the small lefty, Mr. Brian Harman at $7,400, an absolute steal. Brian Harman has been scoring for me on this DF lineup, so I am absolutely sticking with him. I think I've had him every week that he's available. Third guy, obviously I had to do some research after picking those big guys. A lot of my money was taken. This guy,
you went right down to 7,400, huh?
You had to. He had no more money.
My next guy is 7,900. My next guy is 7,900.
What was Spieth?
Oh, okay. He's out begging for change out there. He's on the street corner, just please, can I have an extra $1?
What's Spieth? My
10-1. He's 20K in 2 guys is a lot.
A lot of quiche right there. So this course is right on the water, right on the ocean. I'm thinking this is a links style kind of play, at least with the weather. So I legitimately looked up best links players in the PGA Tour. This fella is the strokes gained per round against the field and links courses, Mr. Adam Scott. Adam Scott is 7,900. He is absolutely a dynamite person on the links. He is strokes gained on the field in links courses. Just stats alone, he's there. Rory, Sergio's up there, a bunch of people. Justin Rose is up there. These are all guys. So I went with links player, Adam Scott. Next guy, throw him away. I'm sorry. I had to pick him. He's the best player that I had left was 6,500, Brendan Steele. But solid pick, 6,500. And my last guy, he is an old guy. I always got to pick an old guy. But in 2012, he finished T7 at this course at the PGA Championship, T7. He is also Ryder Cup captain, President's Cup captain, Mr. Steve Stricker. Is it Ryder Cup?
Ryder Cup.
Yeah. He said today it's long. He said hopefully they don't put the tees all the way back. He was hitting a lot of woods out there. He said he was taking a lot of head covers off clubs to hit shots.
Good old Stevie boy.
Right from Steve's mouth, I heard it.
God, I hope the putting is real hard because he can make up.
He can make fucking putts, man. He can putt.
For days. Oh,
my God, is he fun to watch making a putt?
That's a good pick, though, man. I like it. I like that a lot. Honestly, 3 great lineups.
What was Stricker, Timmy? What was his
65.
Ooh.
So you had to go back-to-back 65s down there. That's what happens when you take the big boys, though.
Give a couple more names down there, Timmy. I don't even know Brendan Steele. I don't know if you put him in a group of guys if I'd pick him out.
Oh, I like Brendan Steele.
Brendan Steele, a couple down there. Hold on a sec.
Bet you Lanto Griffin's down there for sure.
Oh yeah.
None of us picked Zalatoris. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Mm,
I'm rooting for the kid.
I am too. No, he was just in that weird price range. Like he was like, I think it was like 87 or $8,600. Like, you know what I mean? He's just in like that weird price range when if you take a really, really, really good guy, you can't really take a guy at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who'd you say was the flexo guy? Was it Munoz?
Sebastian
Sebastian
Munoz.
Munoz.
Yeah, he's down there. He's at 6,600.
What is
Mhm.
it? 67?
66. And
Yes.
Harold Varner.
You have $100.
Oh,
Want?
HV3. That's a good call.
Alex Noren, who is not hot as of lately, but he has the power to win. Taylor Gooch, he's down there. Lanto Griffin, did not pick him. Hunter Swafford, McNeely, Dylan Fratelli, which I guess Dylan Fratelli 6,500. That's kind of a steal.
Kelly's solid.
Yeah.
He can be. He can be. Sometimes he goes off the rails though, but
Yeah.
usually he's pretty good.
Jason Duff, Richie
Just
Warwick.
like us, Brendan. Just like us.
No, we usually go off the rails. There's a difference.
Yeah, I guess we're
Oh shit.
He's never won a major though.
Never will.
This is gonna be a hell of a tournament. It's not a boring place to play like a TPC Harding Park. It's not your standard average little thing. I mean, I can't wait to do. Where was the PGA Championship last year? I forgot.
Harding Park.
Yeah.
Was it Harding Park?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just such bad weather. That was the issue too. It's just bad weather.
It's like a Torrey Pines. It's just an average course. There's nothing fancy, you know. I mean, I don't know.
Don't let Torrey Pines hear you on that one.
You don't agree? I don't. Torrey Pines.
I don't mind Torrey Pines. It's fine. I just think it's an easier. I think it's going to be very low scoring when the U.S. Open goes there because they can't really do like a lot to it.
It's a lackluster course. This course is cool.
Brutal. It's going to be brutal. Oh man. Well, great picks, guys. Love that. Just quick mention of last week's the Byron Nelson, KH Lee won, Sam Burns second place. The biggest thing, the cut line -6. Hate it. Hate that low of a cut. Absolutely hated that low of a cut. That means the course is too easy. Cut line should always be around -1 or even par.
Carnage this week, Brendan. They were setting them up. They're like,
I know.
setting them up.
Poor Sam Burns. Poor little Sam.
Go play an easy one and just think that next weekend's going to be.
That was their first time at that course too. They switched the courses around. Like they switched the courses around for the Byron Nelson a lot, just because it's in Texas and they can play freaking wherever. So they switched the course, and this course it just went like low. So it's crazy. You know, we didn't really watch a lot of it because of what we'll get into a little bit later. But yeah, it was good. Like cool to see KH Lee win. Cool to see Sam Burns keep doing a very impressive thing. But yeah, so good Byron Nelson, guys. Great Byron Nelson. That's all that matters. Cool little event that we've been talking about, and you know, all of us are, as New Englanders, like pretty big Barstool guys. So the NCAA tournament canceled the women's golf championships this year. Basically they said the course wasn't in shape or something like that, and you know, the girls were out there and just like, can just let us play. So the foreplay guys from Barstool Sports, they actually took the time, set up a tournament, kept it as amateurism, and are paying for everything, paying for all the schools to get down there. And so the women's golf championship will be held under the Barstool Sports Let Them Play Classic, which is, I think that's awesome. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this too.
So whoever it was, the president or whatever, just basically went up to a microphone, said this thing's canceled, and then he walked off. He was in a very, very strange situation. They said, what the hell? And then so, like you said, the foreplay guys, Riggsy, he said, all right, why don't we do this? And then Dave Portnoy basically texted him and said, yeah, make this happen. This is an unbelievable event. We have an opportunity right here to take something, a bad situation, and make it great. And they are putting on this tournament, which they made in 4 days. They just concocted this tournament in 4 days, and they put this together so that the girls can play. These college girls, these seniors who this is their last year, their main and final event was canceled. There was no final event. And so Barstool is taking this event, making something that which their seniors can graduate and they can play their final event, there's final competition, and basically saying, and the NCAA like realized their mistake, is like, all right, what can we do to help you guys do this and everything like that. But hats off to Barstool for making this happen. Great for the LPGA. This is great for college golf, for the women's golf. You know, they don't get enough attention, and so this is great to put them in the spotlight. And you know, can't wait to see some golf out of there, out of the college girls.
Yeah, those Barstool guys are great, man. I love listening to Riggs, Lurch, Trent, and Frankie, and I really do enjoy those guys. And I know Riggs kind of spearheads that whole clan, and that was great listening to their most recent podcast.
Yeah,
about how many people they had to call. Like this place was supposed to be, it's like it was a regional tournament that got canceled, right? In the Northeast, like Quinnipiac was involved, and now they're playing in like Arizona. So like the amount of effort that goes into getting, I think it's like 48 girls or something, I don't even know, to Arizona. But he was also just mocking, and like the NCAA, like coming down the stoops there outside, all these girls waiting for an announcement, and he delivers a line that goes, "This course is playable, but not at a championship level." Like that was a line that he used to a bunch of girls and seniors, and obviously COVID last year where these girls didn't get a chance to do this, and now the NCAA makes no effort to figure something out. Like it can't be that. If Barstool can do it, and not saying that Barstool does a lot of great for a lot of people nationwide, worldwide, I don't even know, but small business, you can just tell their impact. And obviously there are guys that are just like, all right, how do we make a bad situation better and figure out how to get this corrected?
Yeah, they just made it happen.
Can't agree more, guys. Can't agree more. Unbelievable. You know, I mean, you know, obviously they're not going to show it on TV or anything. Maybe Barstool will like stream it or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Who knows? But I just think it's great. It's a great event, and I'm really happy that the girls golf, the women's golfers are able to do that, and you know, keep the college golfers in there and really make the most out of their opportunity. So great for Barstool. Really happy, and really happy for the college golfers as well. And that's the biggest thing too, is like they got their chance taken away through
2 years. And they like, how hard do those, any college division one athlete, how hard do they work? And
crazy.
How do you not recognize that as an institution who runs that, and figure out a way to, you might have to pay some more bills. You might have to figure something out and work hard to make this situation right, but to deliver that message in that moment, that's why my friends are saying, like, the NCAA, it's going to be a ghost in 10 years. Like, who wants to go from the NBA to coaching ranks to college? Because, like, I don't know, if there wasn't the NCAA March Madness tournament, there would be no NCAA basketball. But that's just my take. But who knows? It's just too bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but I'm really happy that they were able to make a difference and really help out the women golfers and the college women golfers. So that's great. Now we get to not the golfer poll yet, but that will be later. We get to bogeys for the boys and girls. Bogeys for the boys and girls. Oh, what a week we had this week. Didn't even get that many videos, to be honest with you, because we were just kind of in the zone and we were just playing well, or not playing well, but we were just kind of playing. We had, for those of you that are just listening for the first time, Michael is getting married in about a month now, so you know that'll be great. But we had his bachelor party this weekend, and the combination of Duff Daddies and good golfers was fantastic. And when we're talking Duff Daddies, we are talking real Duff Daddies. Unbelievable.
I think we found something out, though. Like, I did not anticipate, obviously us three golfers, like Brian golfer, my brother golfer,
Jimmy golfer. Jimmy good golfer.
James golfer. Yeah. But I had some friends in there that don't like go to the golf course for fun as regularly as we do, and maybe didn't know what to expect golf, like dragging, like walk, like just sun beating down. I don't know, but we threw a scramble format in there, and you get carts and you put a cooler together and you have fun with the boys. I mean, we just had an absolute blast. And how many balls did we lose? Did I lose? A lot.
Bazillions.
A lot.
Bazillion.
But it's not about the scorecard really at the end of the day. Obviously, you're fighting for every inch out there, and a couple gimmies, a couple shared, hey, that's good, stuff like that. But we were playing to win, and I don't even know if I won once, being the bachelor. No good luck coming my way. But it was a hell of a time. Like I said, we played 63 holes, 18 Thursday, 18 Friday, 9 Saturday, 18 Sunday, and it got the best of us. But holy shit, great shot, great stuff.
My God. And I had the pleasure of playing with both 2 of the days. With shout out to Ryan, he's total team guy. He basically, and especially on that second day, because we had a group of 3 non-golfers with myself, and just the group energy was great. And like Mike was saying, that the scramble format, it just takes someone who doesn't play and, can think of golf as just long, dragged out, walking the course and, losing balls. It doesn't matter in the scramble format. You lose a ball and your team is still in this thing. You're working together. Everyone is contributing, whether you make a 2-foot putt, whether you make a 10-foot putt, whether you make, it is great. And it was just an absolute delight. We didn't play too much golf, especially for the people who were dreading playing all that golf, who have never played or don't play. It wasn't too much golf, and I think that's where we hit the nail on the head. And so just scramble formats for the 2 days in the middle, and then right after that, back to our own ball. But hell of a weekend, that's for sure.
On Friday, we played 18. It was me and my friend Sam. Again, 2-ball scramble. So it helps to have one person who can like get around the course like decently well, because you have 2 balls at every shot. So, I mean, Sam was a battler out there. He contributed, and
the rescue hero.
And I'm drawing a blank on who we friggin' played with.
Me.
My brother and Brendan, right? Oh my, you guys. Just
on the front
you
nine,
guys
then
made
you
a
played
7 on a par 3, I believe.
We did. We
made
made a quad bogey.
Quad bogey on a par 3.
We did. Oh,
2 golfers too, like 2 lefty golfers who can get around a golf course.
Yeah, that was like a 1 in a million thing, because Chris hit
awesome. It was awesome to watch, Timmy.
Chris hit it in.
Baby. I was like, yeah.
So Chris hit it into the water. Into the reeds, and then I hit it and it landed right behind a rock, like legitimately right behind a rock. So we put both our balls there. I try and go over the rock, doesn't work, like legitimately hit the rock, bounce backwards. Chris somehow makes it over the rock, and then so our third shot is I hit it fine, like I hit it onto the green, like we're probably still 15 20 feet away. And then Chris gets it like 10 feet, like 15 feet away, but he's down, or I get it like 20 to 25 feet away, but uphill. Chris gets it 15 feet away, but downhill. So we take the downhill one, and that was literally the worst decision we've ever made, because we literally 3-putted from there, because our first, we 3-putted. We 4-putted. We 4-putted. We 4-putted.
I think it was a 4-putt. And you missed one from like 2 feet for like 6. That was
no, we did. We 100% did.
Like, but you made, and Timmy, I mean, they have 2 shots at every, they just kept missing and missing.
Oh, it was awful. It was.
I think me and Sam, incredible. Me and Sam are in for par, maybe bogey. We're just
bogey. You guys are in for bogey.
Yeah, sure. That's what you say, but no.
No, I'm not kidding. You guys are in for bogey. No, you're in for par on that hole. You're in for par on that hole because you bogeyed the first hole.
Yeah, I thought we were.
And we
in
parred
par.
the first hole.
I thought we were in for par there. I was like, man, we took the lead big time.
No, me and Chris were kings of the 3-putt that day. Like everything, we 3-putted everything, and that was a 4-putt.
And then we had so I knew, all right, we beat these two clowns. So I was like, all right, who's behind us? Timmy and Ryan, and then Brian and James. So I mean,
but then you didn't end up beating us. We tied for last place, by the way. So don't even start.
We shot 83s, right?
Yeah, we both shot 83s.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, you had a better.
Not good for scramble, but it was a 2-man scramble, so it was a little different.
Yeah, it was fun as hell. And then Timmy's behind us with Ryan and Brian and James, and Brian and James shot a what? They shot a 4 over.
4 over. They were crazy. That's what happens when you put two good golf guys together in something like that.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, I guess me and Chris are both two good golf guys, but like we had a quad bogey on a goddamn par 3.
Yeah.
If we don't have that, we shoot a 79. So
it was cool because there were birdies out there. Like it was very fun. It was very fun. And then we played 9 holes Saturday morning, and
that was my favorite because that was the real 4-man.
Right.
Like legit 4-man, like everyone's hitting bombs, and you guys messed up so bad by putting me, Brian, and James together. That was so silly.
Dude, I got to say something. I got to tell this story. Yeah. I mean, we went 2 groups of 4, 1 group of 3 because we had 11 and we put 3 good golf. What'd you guys shoot that day?
4 under.
4. Yeah. Fudge.
And we played the tees behind.
What did
we did? We played the second tees. We didn't play the men's tees like you guys did.
And that was farther back. That was 9 holes. That was 9 holes.
Oh, dude! If we would have gotten 18, we could have easily gotten to 7, 8. That would have been like a real scramble score. Even though half those guys fucking cheat, you know what I mean? Like in those tournaments, people cheat all the time.
That would have been it would have been sweet to see you guys keep going. You guys played some good golf, and you only had 3 people. Like we all had 4, and I gotta say this, like it was hilarious. So Friday night was
a
riot. We went out to a nice steakhouse, came back, and apparently next thing I knew, I was at the golf course pretty much next morning. So yeah, I won't get into the details, but we get to the course and we tee it up, and Timmy, Sam, my good buddy, who's again not a great golfer, but just pitch baseball at Harvard. I mean, the guy can
athlete.
Probably hit 7 home runs in the wiffle ball game that afternoon.
He did. He made up for his poor golfing.
And then Ryan, who is another athlete. I mean, he'll never tell you, but he'll tell you. But he's slow and just fundamental. Just knows what he's doing. Good basketball player. Shout out Ryan Sheen. Just can score the rock. But had a nice little swing, a nice little Matthew Wolf little dip before he took the club back. I was laughing. That was a riot. But he got it around, and then good friend Kyle Cataldo to round out that foursome. Kyle hit a home run off me in Little League, another hell of an athlete. He's a twin. Just you dreaded playing the Cataldo brothers in any pickup or Y League game when you were growing up because you knew they were good. But so Timmy, Ryan, Kyle, Sam, hole 1, they teed up after a long night. They all blasted out there. Whatever. Kyle dribbles it like
20 feet, 20 yards, 30 yards.
20, 30 yards. Timmy blasts it. Ryan goes, I don't even know.
Into the woods.
And then Dodge, who knows. They go out looking for it. Like, I'm ready to tee it up. Like, this is 5 minutes later. I'm, like, ready to tee it up. I can kind of see their carts, and they disappear. Little do you know, they come riding back over the hill. You couldn't see it because it was a New Hampshire hilly area. Hilly courses, they come peeking up over the hill like after they look for all 3 other balls. They left Kyle's ball because they're like, we might use that. Like, we actually might freaking use that. And they ended up using it. I had already drove it. I had a beautiful drive. God knows how I got that thing way out there and straight. But Saturday was fun. And yeah, Brendan, Brian, and James brought it home. But that was just quite the Saturday morning, just like we were dying. My buddy my buddy, he's like, and we obviously woke up, just got to the course. He's like, you don't even need pot or drugs or alcohol for this. Like, you don't need any drugs for this. It was the line of the weekend. And there were a lot of other lines, a lot of other unreal lines. But we were just dying. We were just dying laughing at them coming in their carts, one behind the other over the hill, just totally fucked after 4 drives, coming back, hitting one that they dribbled 30 yards in front of them.
We will not name names on who said that, but
Yeah.
but what an unbelievable! Oh, that was the best. You don't even need weed for this.
Brendan, you dropped to your knees, Brendan. You literally dropped. I think you dropped to your knees when
I dropped below my knees. I was on the floor. I was like, I lost it at that line. Oh man, you don't even need. Oh, that was great. That was great.
That was a drive of shame. Oh my God.
That was unbelievable. When you came back, I just started laughing. I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's no way. Sheen gets out. He's like, we're playing this one. I was like, okay.
Oh, shout out to Kyle for making that shot. He's
hitting it straight.
Inbounds.
Thank God you got it over the hill, because the other 3 guys didn't get it over the hill. Oh, and their second shots either.
And then Sunday, Brendan, I know you didn't golf. Me and Timmy golfed. We didn't need to golf, but we enjoyed it. We rallied. We got out there. And
I came home and literally slept for like, I think I crawled into my bed at 11:30 and I got out of it at 4. Like, I was just like, dude, I should have. Timmy, who thank God is an emergency EMT, I should have taken one of those gosh darn banana bags before I left and just been like, stick me, Tim. Stick me right here. Oh.
Good times. Good.
Unbelievable times. Unbelievable. What a great weekend. Oh man. Shout out. One story I will tell too before we get this is that as a responsible person who does happen to drink on occasion, not often, but on occasion, I bequeathed the keys to my car to our very own Timmy O'Reilly. Little did Timmy know until I got there that I drive a Ford F-150. So he gets behind the wheel and it's looked like a kid who just got into a candy store and the guy was just like, everything's free. He just looked at me. He's like, I can drive this? I was like, oh yes. I remember we're driving back after the last day of golf and I turned to Tim. I'm like, did you enjoy this? And he was like, I think my next car purchase is now going to be more expensive than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you're going to cost me a lot of money after that weekend. That's for sure. That's for sure. Looking pretty. Ooh.
Love that.
Yeah, I missed we fit 10 golf bags in the back of that thing the last.
It was like, and 6 people. We fit 10 golf bags and 6 people in that car.
Yep.
Oh, I know everyone. I think literally besides Kyle, because he came a little bit later and and forgot to put his clubs in the truck. Like literally everyone's clubs were in the back of my truck. Oh, unbelievable.
Fellas, Timmy, I mean, we got to go golfer poll. This coverage starts at 7. I'm up at 7, I think. I'm up. I don't wake up for anything. Ask my brother, ask my fiance, ask Timmy, ask Brendan. I don't wake up for anything.
You barely woke up for our tea times on Saturday.
No, we were early. I was up early this weekend. I know.
But, we're joking, but yeah.
Yeah, I just got to clear the record. You throw me that, I just got to set it straight. But no, I think I might wake up. What's the golfer poll? Let's do it.
All right. Boys. All right, this one's a little different. We're going to do something a little bit different. It's not going to be an either or. This is going to be based personally on your personal thoughts and predictions and your own personal game. So, boys, whether you've done it already or you're thinking about it in the future, what do you think is going to be the best score you ever write on that card? What's your lowest round you will or have already ever shot?
18,
baby.
Brendan, you can attest. Remember that round I had at Highland? That 9?
33. Yeah, 9 holes. You shot 33. Yep.
It's 32.
3 under par.
I think it was 32.
Right. Because Highland was a par 35. Highland was a 35 in, 35 out. We were there. No mulligans. Yeah.
No, I made. What'd you say, Timmy?
So do you think that is going to be your best score?
No, I'm not going to use that, but I just recall, like, I don't use that. I never think on that round as my best round because it was 9 holes. But like, I remember I was just like, I don't know how it happened, but it happened. But
yeah, because we were playing to get ready because both of us wanted to try and qualify for the Attleboro Open. And then I played that day and I was just like, why don't I just be your caddy instead?
So you have that mindset, but if you go into the Attleboro Open, you hit some good shots this week for sure. You guys, I think it might have been Sam or it might have been you, Timmy. Just on like I think it was the 9th hole Saturday. Yeah, you, Brian, and James put 3 on the green on 9, like as in your approaches, it put them all to like 15 feet. And someone said, now this is golf. This is golf. I forget who it was, but like, obviously that person didn't really see that.
It's probably Sam. It was probably Sam, right? It was probably one of, you know who it might have been? And this is a wild card. Might have been Thad. Might have been Thad.
Might have been Thad.
Might have been Thaddeus.
I forgot to round out my team. Yeah. We had me, Thad, Maddie, and Chris. What a squad.
What a squad.
We enjoyed every second.
Oh man. But
all right.
So yeah. So Mike's is third. So I mean, that's probably not Mike's answer. I have an 80.
Yeah.
I have an 80. I have 180
ever. I
have
79. I think I do have a 77. I think I remember I like missed a cut. I did not make the qualifier for the Attleboro Open one year at Heather Hill, and then I went back like a week later and I shot like a 77. I think it was a pretty legit 77. But Timmy, that's a great question.
No, so is that my question is, do you think
no.
Do you think your lowest round will ever be? Right.
No, it's going on. I'm going under par.
I'm good. I'm good with 80.
I'm going good. No, Brendan. What do we got? I'm not going to say I'm going 68. 68. Right. I mean, is this going to count like Chamawa? I'm not even going to count Chamawa.
No.
You can't count Chamawa. Chamawa doesn't count.
I'm talking I wanted to go 69, but I want to go 68 because who wants to have their best be 1 under? I want it to be 2 under 70. No, 69. I don't. That's my goal. That's my goal. My realist, like if you had to put a gun in my head, what am I gonna? I don't know. I mean, yeah, 68.
Love it.
That's nuts.
69. Nice. I don't think I'll ever shoot below 80, but I will say if I could ever get if I could get a 79 on the card, just 179, I think that would be my lowest score ever. Like, I think after that, I might even quit. I'd just be like, never going to get anything lower than that. Like,
you're nuts.
I know. Oh man. But that's,
it's a lifetime game. It's a lifetime game. And you're telling me you can't get 1 stroke better every year?
Hasn't happened for the last couple of years. So I think I might have gotten worse.
0.25 strokes better every year.
But yeah, so I think, how about you, Tim?
So I'm under the mindset right now that my best golf has yet to come. And I want to always continue to think that.
Hell yeah.
And so I don't want to put a number, like I don't want to put a reasonable number on the board, because if I ever reach that number, I don't want to have that mindset where, all right, that's it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say 59.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you set us up for failure, you asshole. I was, as you were like in the middle of that little speech, I was thinking, fuck, I want my answer to be 59.
Yep.
But I didn't want to get that greedy, but fuck, now I do.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Timmy, I love it, though. I love it.
No, that's great. What's your lowest card right now, Tim? 79?
So this was a question I wanted to ask you guys. So I have a 77 on a par 70 course.
Counts.
But I have a 78 on a par 72 course. So what score?
Second score's better. Second score's better. It's 6. It's 6 over versus 7 over.
Right.
So a 78 on, and I have a bunch of 79s on that par 70 course, but 70. So I have 77 on a par 70 and 78 on a par whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I had an 80 on a par 72, and then Pawtucket, I've had an 81, but it's a par 69. So I would never count that. You know what I mean? Like I would never count that as my best score. I would never, if I shot under 80 at Pawtucket, like I would be like, you know what I mean? Like I'd be so happy, but at the same time, I'd be like, I'd probably still take the 80 from my par 72, since that's 8 over versus, par 79 at a par 60, it's 10 over.
Cool.
Hey, missed it in Bogeys for the boys. Joined a country club.
Yes.
Ledgemont joined. Already played 7 holes, 6 holes.
Nice, man.
Yeah, they finally I had to go there to fill out my application because the email system wasn't working. I'm not trying to trash on Ledgemont already, but I really like the place. No, I really like the place. Nice little golf course and tough greens and true greens, but you got to keep the ball on the dance floor. It can get away from you.
How's your schedule going to change? Are you going to be hitting the range every day, hitting 3 holes?
Do they have a range?
They do have a range. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they have a range, putting green. That's a good question, Timmy. I mean, yeah, it's gonna get me out of bed earlier. It's gonna motivate me to get some practice work in. I'm excited. It's right on the way home it's right on the drive home from work, and me and my brother joined, and my brother's living with myself. So it's a nice little possibility there to become a better golfer, strive for that 59.
Attaboy.
Lord knows none of us have that Wannamoisett money yet, so we're nowhere near that one.
So that's a par 69 too.
I'm playing
Wannamoisett.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a par 69. I'm playing
because they had to make one of their par 5s a 4, right, or something, like, because that's what happened at Pawtucket. They had to make one of their par 5s a par 4 due to like some zoning.
I think they only have one par 5, and that's why it's a
brutal. Oh, I would hate that.
They just don't have the real estate. It's such a compact area.
I get to play Agawam this Friday and Wannamoisett 2 Fridays from now.
Wow.
Very nice.
Blessed. Holy shit. What?
You are officially a Rumford man.
Right.
The Rumford duo. Donald Ross is smiling somewhere from his grave.
Jesus. Oh, man.
I can't wait to get to this Pete Dye course, though, tomorrow. Man, it's exciting stuff. And boy, did we go a while here, but that's what you get when...
We didn't even go that long. We literally didn't even go that long. Like, this is one of our shorter episodes.
That's what you get when it's Majors Week, baby. That's what you get.
I agree. Well, boys, as always, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for doing this with us. This has been... I think we've been doing it for close to 3 months now. We might even be over 2 months. So we've had a great time. If you like the podcast, everyone, please subscribe, please rate, please review, follow our YouTube, make a YouTube account, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. For the love of God, please. Get a little bit of our numbers up, but we really appreciate everyone that's even listening right now. Lord knows we just kind of do this for fun, make fun of each other, have a good time. Just talk about golf a little bit here and there too. But as always, thanks for listening, everyone.
Hole everything, fellas. Out there.
Let it fly. Tim?
Better, baby. Play better.
Michael?
Hole it all. Hole everything, fellas. Enjoy the PGA.
Strive for that 59, baby.